Hello viewers, today in this video I'm going to dissect the meaning from the book Think and Grow Rich. So I'm going to start few from chapter 1 and I'll get into the most important topic, the second topic, right, desire that it has. So I'm not going to spend much time in chapter 1, but here let me give you some recap of what chapter 1 is all about. So here as we read, the man who thought his way into partnership with Thomas Alva Edison. So this is about an individual who thought that one day I want to be in a partnership with the great inventor, light bulb inventor, right, Alva Edison. So now that individual is Edwin C. Barnes, who always thought and he believed, that he totally dedicated himself by seeing only one goal, that how he is going to get the partnership working with Thomas Edison. And that's what is all about in here, and I'm not going in deep, but that's what we start the story, right? That's a real thing, that how Mr. Barnes could able to do that. All right, so we'll go to the chapter 2, and the chapter 2, it has given some information about Edwin Barnes. And as we move forward, there are 6 steps which I'm going to explain, and I'm going to share my views on that, how it happens and why we should spend time learning these 6 steps. Because if you read it, it is important that you follow the instructions described in these 6 steps, right? So it means the author, Napoleon Hill, saying that you got to follow this, and it is important. Why? It is especially important that you observe and follow the instructions in the 6th paragraph. This is what they talk about, the 6th paragraph. You may complain, right? So he is thinking about viewers, that you may complain that it is impossible for you to see yourself in possession of money. Because in the 6 steps, that's what they were talking about, that how you will see yourself having possession of money and how you get it and so on and so forth. I'm going to break it down and I'm going to share in deep about how step by step works. But that's what he is saying once again, that you may complain and think that it is impossible to see yourself in possession of money when you don't have, before you actually have it, right? Now here is where a burning desire will come to your aid. If you truly desire money too keenly that your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will acquire it. Now, so he has shared the importance of it. And again, if we go next step, you will understand it may be of further help to know that the 6 steps here recommended were carefully scrutinized by the late Thomas Alva Edison. This is not something, some sort of information brought from somewhere and Napoleon Hill just wrote something. What he is claiming, he is stating the bold claim in this chapter, that it may be further help to know that this particular thing has been scrutinized by the late Thomas Edison, who placed his stamp of approval, you see, upon them as being not only the steps essential for the accumulation of money, but necessary for the attainment of any definite goal. That's what he said. And this step by step, which require no hard labor, and not only hard labor, it doesn't require to become, ridiculous or credulous. So you don't have to be something crazy. But to apply them calls for no great amount of education as well. Once you understand the concept, once you understand the nitty-gritty of the things, that how you manipulate your subconscious and how you reprogram your subconscious and how you make it believe that yes, you can do it. That's what is all about the 6 tips they have mentioned over here. All right. And we'll come back to this chapter once again, and I left it in the 3rd line. So we'll come back. So let's move forward and understand what is it all about. All right. Now let's start here. In the chapter 2, it has mentioned that the starting point of all achievement, what? Desire. That is what the starting point is all about. Now the first step forward, where? Riches. If you want to be rich, make sure that you have that sort of desire. You take nothing for granted. But what is that? The vision that you see. So When Edwin C. Barnes, right, the story that we were talking about, that how the Mr. Barnes wanted to become, go into the partnership, and how he has achieved. So that's what the story, now it went to the next level, that how his desire converted into the reality. So here, when Edwin C. Barnes climbed down from the freight train in Orange, New Jersey, more than 30 years ago, he may have resembled a tramp, but his thoughts were those of a king. As he made his way, excuse me, as he made his way from the railroad track to Thomas Alva Edison's office, his mind was at work. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. So this is important. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. That's what he has been thinking. Now, he heard himself asking Mr. Edison for an opportunity to carry out the one consuming obsession of his life, a burning desire to become the business associate of the great inventor, right? So the moment he got down, only thing that is occupied his brain, that he heard himself asking, that while walking, he has been, you can say it's a rehearsing or it is daydreaming, whatever it is, but it is so much obsessed filled with his feelings, that he felt himself saying that I want to go with an opportunity with you or business with you. So Barnes' desire was not a hope. It was not a wish. It has a keen, pulsating desire which transcended everything else. It was definite. Now, why it has been stressed, hope, wish? Because hope, when you say it is hope, hope is like begging. You got to have an expectation. When you order something from Amazon, do you hope it will come to you, or you expect it will come to you at the delivery time, delivery date? So you expect it to come, right? You are not hoping. So wherever there is a hope, there is a doubt. So that is the reason the author said Barnes' desire was not just a false hope that, okay, let's go and see what is going to happen, and let's see if I'm lucky enough to get into the business, so on and so forth. But it was not a hope, and it was not a mere wish. Wish is something, oh, okay, if I get into a business with Mr. Edison, I may get rich. And those people have done it, I also can do it. Let me try. So that was not it is. So author says Barnes' desire was not a hope, not a wish. It's a keen, pulsating desire. It is coming from within. It transcends everything. It means it transcends everything. It means the author might wanted to say that it has captured his subconscious, the little voice which comes to the mind that, hey, you are nothing. You are just a normal individual. How you can get a partnership, a business with such a great inventor, right? The small, always we hear the small voice coming and interrupting when we wanted to do something for us new or something bigger like this. You can imagine what kind of a clutter it will have in our mind. So that thing is definite, and he not at all ready to listen to anything else. It means there is no chatter, something like that, because he is definite that yes, if I got down out of the train and I'm going to go and talk to him, and I do whatever it takes, I'll come back with the partnership. That's what he was talking about. Now, the desire was not new when he approached Edison, right? Now, what is that happened? When he approached Edison, the desire to start his business or getting into the business with him was not new, because he already rehearsed it and he thought about it so many times. It had been Barnes' dominating desire for a long time. You see that? In the beginning, when he desired first appeared in his mind, it may have been probably was only wish. So initially when the thought came in that, what if I get into a partnership with Thomas Edison? So it might be wish, but it was no mere wish when he appeared before Edison with it. Now, the moment the wish came to his mind, if he might have thought, oh, I'm just a normal person, I'm not an inventor, how can I go and approach him? He might be a busy person. If he might have thought that it is not possible, he would not have never ended to become a successful person, and he would not have, his story would not have ended here in this book. So it means there is something beyond when you believe your wish. That's what Napoleon Hill has presented over here. So what is that? It is. Let's move forward. A few years later, Edwin C. Barnes again stood before Edison in the same office where he first met the inventor. All right. Now, this is after a year. This time his desire had been translated into reality. How? He was in business with Edison. You see that? So within 1 year, he achieved what he wanted. This time his desire had been translated into reality. He was in business. Yes, we read it now. The dominating dream of his life had become a reality. Today, people who know Barnes envy him. Why? Because of the break life yielded him. Now here, people get envy, right? When we go from 0 to, million, people are always there to envy. So we don't have to care. But what people see, they see him in the days of his triumph without taking the trouble to investigate the cause of his success. What made him to get into the partnership? People have no damn idea. Barnes succeeded because he chose a definite goal, placed all his energy, all his willpower, all his efforts, everything back of that goal. This is the secret. You see, this is the secret. Now, what is this all about? Barnes succeeded because he chose a definite goal. So he did not judge that goal. There was no judgment of what he wanted. A wish came in. I wanted to get into the partnership with Edison, and he believed in it. Now, what he do? Placed all his energy, all his willpower, all his efforts. It's not just daydreaming and sitting on the couch and watching TV and expecting to get into the partnership, right? That's what not the author is saying. So everything that he has done, he thought, he put his energy, his will, everything towards that one goal, how I am going to get into business with Thomas Edison. He did not become the partner of Edison the day he arrived. You see that? So the day he got on the train, he went to the office, that day he did not become. He was content to start the most menial work as long as it provided an opportunity to take even one step towards his cherished goal. So what is that author is saying here? The moment he went there, he was looking how I can get one step forward, anything that can take me near to Thomas Edison. That's what he was thinking as his short-term goals, the milestones. Now, if you are thinking of starting a business, wanting something in your life, right? It's not that the moment you wish it is going to come, but if you put your willpower, if you put your energy, if you put your focus and you expect it, make your burning desire, and you take action towards it, one step after one step, the reality will shock you. 5 years passed before the chance he had been seeking made its appearance. During all these years, not one ray of hope. You see, 5 years he spent there. Nothing happened. Not one promise of attainment of his desire has been held out to him. To everyone except him, he appeared only another cog in the Edison's business wheel. So, what is that? Fortunately, Mr. Barnes got an opportunity to be in the office where he could able to interact with Edison. But from Edison's point of view, he is one of the employees of his organization. But in his own mind, whose mind? Barnes' mind. He was the partner of Edison every minute of the time from the very day the first went to work there. It means he has already been living as a partner of Thomas Alva Edison. The moment he went inside, irrespective of the current situation, this is what is important. If you want to be successful, if you want to go from A to B, from your current situation to your future situation, which is a better one, so you got to believe that, yes, I am that, and you got to make yourself so deserved that you're going to attract whatever you are thinking about. So that is what has happened. So what is that? He was the partner of Edison every minute of the time. He rejected the reality. He was not accepting the reality that he is one of the cog in the wheel. He know that I am the partner and that time is going to come no matter what, because I'm in the right direction, because I know I'm already in the partnership. That's what has happened. So from the very day when he started the work there, it is a remarkable illustration of the power of definite desire. So definite, no matter what, nobody can convince you that you cannot do it. Only you can do that. So Barnes won his goal because he wanted to be a business associate with, of Mr. Edison more than he wanted anything else. He created a plan by which to attain that purpose. So Always he was thinking, how can I do that? How can I do that? And that's how the thought process started working and helping towards taking him to towards his goal. Now, what is that happened? But he burned all bridges behind him. So, what is this? The author is saying is, when he said burned all bridges behind him, it means I will end up being a partner with Edison and there is no B plan. If my whole life takes for me to get into the business and partnership with Mr. Edison, let it be. And there is no way that I'm going to look back and have a B plan. That's what it means, that he burned all bridges behind him. He stood by his desires until it became the dominant obsession of his life, and finally a fact, a desire, a fact, a wish, then desire, then fact. You see the sequence? When he went to Orange, he did not say to himself, I'll try to introduce Edison to give me a job some sort. You see, he will try to induce Edison. He did not want that. He said, I will see Edison and put him on a notice that I have come to get into business with him. It's straightforward. He did not say, I will work there for a few months and if I get no encouragement, I'll quit and get a job somewhere else. He did say, I will start anywhere. I will do anything Edison tells me to do, but before I'm through, I will be his associate. So, it's like anything. If he'll give me a office boy job, if he'll give me a cleaner job, whatever it is, I'm ready to do that because I know I'm going in the right direction and I'll be successful. And again, he did not say I'll keep my eyes open for another opportunity in case I fail to get what I want in Edison's organization. You see that? He said there is but one thing in this world that I'm determined to have, but that is a business association with Thomas Edison. That's it. No B plan and nothing. Either this or this. That's it. I will burn all bridges behind me and stake my entire future on my ability to get what I want. This is what is called the dedication, determination, commitment, right? To get what I want. And before you put your commitment, before you put your consistency, before you put your efforts, first you got to believe that. Once you believe your goal, the belief will make a desire. So with expectation plus belief of your dream will become a desire. So once you hang on to the desire and do justice with your thought process, with your feelings, with your efforts, with your words that you say, nothing can stop you. And nothing will stop your goal to come to you. Forget about you going to your goal, right? It's an attraction, it's not chasing. Now focus over here. He left himself no possible way for retreat. He had to win or perish. That's it. That is all there is to the Barnes story of success. A long while ago, a great warrior faced a situation which made it necessary for him to make a decision which ensured his success on battlefield. So this is about another story. He was about to send his armies against a powerful foe whose men outnumbered his own. Alright, this is another story. So this was, we have for Barnes, how he started a business, and this is about a battlefield, a soldier. Now let's focus over here. He loaded his soldiers into boats, sailed to the enemy's country, unloaded soldiers and equipments, then gave the order to burn the ships that had carried them. You see that? The captain, the commander, whoever it is, taking his battalion to the war zone, he knows that the enemy has a lot of, they in number, and these people who are going to fight very less number. Those enemies outnumbered them. Knowing that, what he did, he has burned the ships which are carried them. Addressing his men before the first battle, he said, "You see the boats going up in smoke. That means that we cannot leave these shores alive unless we win." You see the possibility? If you have to live, you have to win, or you will die forever. There is no way of retreat. We now have no choice. We win or we perish. They won. Every person who wins in any undertaking must be willing to burn his ships and cut all sources of retreat. That's what author says. We do not have a B plan, C plan, D plan and keep jumping like monkeys. Only by so doing can one be sure of maintaining that state of mind known as the burning desire to win, essential to success, right? If it is easy, everybody would do it. It is sometimes tough for us to hold ourselves focused towards one goal, considering when things do not go in our favor and we see so many ups and downs happening. But at the same time, you need to, when you have a faith, when you have a belief, you will get it, right? When you order something on Amazon and there's a storm outside, or there's a rainy and maybe there is a strike, maybe there is some sort of riot going on, you give a damn about it, right? You know the delivery guy will come at the right time, and only the thing is you have to be at your address at the time of delivery. That's it. If you are not in the delivery and it is locked, God knows where your parcel will go. And that's how it happens in life, that most of the time we wish, we desire, we wanted to have so many things, but at the end we give up. So halfway it will go to somebody else. The morning after the Great Chicago Fire, a group of merchants stood on State Street looking at the smoke remaining of what had been their stores. They went into the conference to decide if they would try to rebuild or leave Chicago and start over in more promising section of the country. They reached a decision, all except one, to leave Chicago, right? This is another story. The merchant who decided to stay and rebuild pointed a finger at the remaining of his store and said, "Gentlemen, on that very spot I'll build the world's greatest store, no matter how many times it may burn down." That was more than 50 years ago. The store was built. It stands there today, a towering monument to the power of that state of mind known as burning desire. The easy thing for Marshall Field to have done would have been exactly what his fellow merchants have done, right? They left. But Marshall Field, what did the person do? He stood there and said, "I'll do it." When the going was hard and the future looked dismal, they pulled up and went where the going seemed easier. They went with the flow. Mark well this difference between Marshall Field and the other merchants, because it is the same difference which distinguishes Edwin C. Barnes from thousands of other young men who have worked in Edison's organization. So many people might be working for a salary, for a commission, but never thought to become a partner. It's a different thought process. It is the same difference which distinguishes practically all who succeeded from those who fail. Either you stay or you leave. Every human being who reaches the age of understanding of the purpose of money, right? The purpose of money, wishes for it. Once we reach to a certain age, we know what money is, then everybody wants to have a lot of money. Wishing will not bring riches. Remember that. It's just a mere wish. Everybody wishes. But desiring riches with a state of mind that becomes obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire riches and backing those plans with perspective, which does not recognize failure, will be riches. It is just not having a mere wish. It is about the desiring, right? How you are that individual. I am rich. Because whatever the money, let me give an example. Let's say now you are looking for a certain number of money in your bank account or maybe in your hand. Now, do you think the number that you are thinking to have, acquire, or to see yourself having it, isn't that money available in the world? That is there, right? Because every year trillions of dollars gets printed in everywhere. Now it is only the matter of time where those money will come to your bank account. That's it. Another one. So whatever the money that you are desiring to have, don't you think someone else already have that money? Definitely. It could be 1 million, 10 million or whatever it is, right? Other person has it. It means it is not impossible, because people have done it. Now, only the thing is that, are you believing, having faith in you? Do you have that burning desire to see yourself in the riches? That's what makes the difference. All right, let's move forward. Now here, the method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into its financial equivalent consists of 6 definite practice steps. That's what we discussed about, right? How it has been approved and scrutinized and approved by Thomas. This is how it is. Let's move forward. First, these are the 6 steps that you got to be following. First, fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire, right? Now, if you are at 10,000 you are making, you could think of 20,000. Or if you think of 20 million, something out of your own belief, right? You need to know. So if you can jump 5 feet, so you can think of jumping 6 feet, that you cannot just think of jumping 50 feet. That's what I'm talking about. So have some amount where you know that you can get it with a stretch, but you don't know how, because in this exercise there is no how thinking, only the thing is what you want. So you can get exact number, whatever you wanted in your life. It is not sufficient merely to say I want plenty of money. This is what it is, right? It is just not that vague. I want this much of food. No, you want 1 plate, 2 plates, or half plate. You need to say that. Be definite as to the amount. There is a psychological reason for definiteness, which will be described in the subsequent chapters, the upcoming chapters, right? First, do that. Do not ask any question, because when Thomas Alva Edison said it is working, then who you and me to question? Because you might have also read it or maybe known it. There is a lot of information. There is no shortage of information, but only shortage of application. So we have to apply it to see it. Just thinking it doesn't work. So what is that? First, fix how much of money that you want. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. So here, what is that? The author is saying to determine that exactly what you intend to give in return. So it means if you are a teacher, you are giving your service. If you are a shopkeeper, you are selling something. If you are in job, that you are giving some solution. What is that you want to give, right? Only by sitting somewhere and watching TV, it just doesn't fall on your lap from your roof. So determine, okay, this is what I want to give and this is what I want. So first thing is, let's say you are a teacher, right? So you wanted certain amount of money. Then you said, I'm going to give the best of the best services which I have. Third thing, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. So you would say, okay, 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 3 months from now, whatever the date you think is, you would like to see yourself holding that money, or maybe in your bank account. Fourth thing, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan in actions. Now, once you have understood how much is the money, what is that you're going to offer, and when you want it, the fourth thing is, what is the first step that you think you should take towards that, whatever it is. Now, if you are thinking that you are a teacher and you teach something, it means that you might want to reach more people, or you want to create more courses, or you want to connect with some organizations or some sort of institutions where you can give part-time, or maybe you want to create some booklets, or maybe you can help people who are facing the fear of exams, whatever it is, right? What is the first step that you can take? Just plan for that. Fifth, write out clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire, name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate. So let's say the clear thing, right? Write out clearly in a very simple statement that I want 10,000 by giving the best of the services which I have by, let's say, December next year, and by connecting with so and so people, whatever it is. Okay, so here the amount, okay, then you will have intention, but you got it, right? I just want that money no matter what. Name the time limit. All right, what is that you are going to return, give it back, end the plan. So this much of amount, by this time I'll give my service, and by connecting with these many people, so on and so forth. Then read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before retiring at night and once after rising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. This is the secret. This is the secret. The secret is not in here. The secret is in here. Why? When you read it, it is not reading with for the sake of reading. It is about internalizing. It is about you read it so many times that you reprogram your subconscious, and in your subconscious mind it will believe, because you are what you subconsciously do. Conscious meaning we look at it, we judge, we do the planning, we compare, we see good, bad, so on and so forth, everything before we taking step. So that is our conscious mind. When it is subconscious, it happens by default. The way you think, the way you behave, the way you react to certain things, so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to money thing, you got to be the individual who believes that not from your current scenario. If you think it with logical mind, logical brain, it might look like you cannot have it ever, because your current scenarios doesn't match with what you want. But keeping that aside, that clutter, the small mind, for that to happen, you need to keep on repeating. I have $10,000. I have 10,000 rupees by December 2025, by December 2026, and I am giving best of the best services to 10 interested students who is ready to pay me the best of the best price. That's what it is, right? You have to give your intention. You can keep on, you write it down. You have to do all editings and proofreading, so that you first need to believe it. Once you believe it, then you need to say it before you sleep. It means internalize. You need to feel it. Don't see it from your eyes. Once you close your eyes, you might think that, okay, you are holding that 10,000 rupees, right? If it was a bundle, it could be a 10,000 rupees notes, whatever, 50,000, 1 million, whatever it is, your number is. Don't try to see it from far distance, but be that individual who is counting, meaning you become that individual who is counting the currency notes. You become that individual who just opened the mobile app, your bank app, and you are seeing your money. When that happens, how does that make you feel? You got to live the end, meaning at the beginning, make the end your reality. What if you have already have it? You already got your $1 million, $10,000, 1 lakh, whatever it is, by December, by whatever the certain time, by giving the best of the best services, and all your students are thanking you for the best education, best learning that they got from you. So what is the end desire? So that's what you need to feel, that already in possession of the money. You have to live the end of your expectation, not how it's gonna happen, but you sit down, you read it, and you are living in the reality of holding that amount in your hand, and you're thanking the universe, you're thanking the God that yes, you did it, because now you're counting. Now while counting, you have to involve your senses, your touch. If you're smelling the notes, you have to feel the the aroma of the notes, the old old paper note, the smell. You got to hear the crunch of the paper notes. You have seen that yes, you're holding it and you're counting it. So make your end goal as present, and with that you go into the sleep. That's what it means. Once you go that, slowly it is going to change your subconscious programming, and you are going to see the opportunities as you move forward. That's what the author trying to say over here, that see and feel and believe yourself already in possession. Now, those people who are in love, right? Those people who already have, have girlfriend or boyfriend. Now, if I want you to close your eyes, and think that you are sitting in a garden, and you are just looking at your mobile, and all of a sudden you saw that your crush, your girlfriend, your boyfriend just called you and asked you where you are. Now, you said you are sitting alone in a garden, or you are sitting in a hotel, and the person said, yes, let's meet. And in few minutes, you saw that person is sitting in front of you. And you are so happy, you are so excited that how did that happen? Now you are holding the person's hand. Now you see the person smile, the voice, you're talking, and they're saying how much they love you. And the person wanted you to take the person to a date. Now you're walking beside that individual, you're holding the hand, and slowly you put your hand on the person's shoulder. Now you feel that, right? Now you open your eyes. Open your eyes now. You see, did it feel real? Did you hear the voice? Did you able to see the touch and everything, right? Now, if you are able to feel, see, touch as a real, it means your thoughts are not wandering here and there. It means you're focused to that one topic. Now, if you are not able to do that in real, it means your thoughts are imbalanced. So that is what one of the, a tip I wanted to share with you. This is how you understand whether you're going in the right direction or not. So if you have felt the emotion, if you felt the heat, if you have felt the eagerness or goosebumps run around your hand or in your body, it means that yes, you are in that scene. That's what I mean. When you make your dream to come to reality, you have to think from the end. You have to live the end. All right. Now, this is what the 6 steps, what author has mentioned, and this is what we already read it. So we were here, right? So what is that they're talking about? But the successful application of these 6 steps does call for sufficient imagination. You have done the exercise, right? To enable one to see and to understand that accumulation of money cannot be left to chance, good fortune and luck. You just cannot leave it like that. One must realize that all who have accumulated great fortunes first did a certain amount of dreaming, hoping, wishing, desiring, planning before they acquired money. If you are just dreaming, move forward to the steps. You may as well know right here that you can never have riches in great quantities unless you can work yourself into a white heat of desire for money and actually believe that you will possess it. So once you believe it, you can do it, nobody can stop you. Understand? Wonderful. Now, if you have learned something from this chapter, thank Napoleon Hill for sharing the knowledge, and let me know in the comment box if you want to have the further chapters as well. Thank you so very much. This is Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives. Take care and bye-bye.